Majority of hearing loss is preventable. One of it is noise-induced. Okay, like you've mentioned, most people will wear the hearing gadgets to help us either hear better or communicate or connect with our phones. Then it depends on our usage. We're not saying we don't completely use them, but we usually say if you constantly wear headphones, earphones, then you have to limit the volume that you are using. Okay, there's usually a rule when it comes to that, and we usually say you have to put either 60% volume over 60 minutes, and then you have to rest your ears. The other thing is, of course, when you're working in either somewhere where it's very noisy, a construction site, then you have to wear your ear protectors. If it's a call center, then of course you have to have good headsets that are actually you can be comfortable ones, that you can actually be able to control the volume, and you also have to minimize background noise. Okay, why? Background noise usually makes the place to be more noisy. What we usually say, for you to be able to determine whether a place is noisy or whether you are, the place is not conducive for your hearing, it means if you have to shout to be heard, then that place is noisy. Okay, let's say you go to either maybe a function and to talk to the other person, you have to shout for them to hear what you're saying. Then it's already uncomfortably or dangerously loud, and it can affect your hearing. So that's what most people usually say. How do I know that when I go to a concert that it's, that noise is loud? If you have to shout for somebody to hear, it's loud. Once your ears are induced to a lot of noise, then you might actually have either an instant hearing loss, especially if you stay near a speaker and then the sound just booms a lot, you might end up leaving the concert with a hearing loss. But others, especially if you're just there in a noisy place for more than 4 hours over time, what you're going to develop is a gradual hearing loss over time. Okay, and especially if that is your occupation, that probably you're a DJ, probably you are an event organizer, and you're always somewhere where there's so many loud noises. Or you are in the church, most of the people, you'll find that even the church is very noisy because of the instruments that are quite loud. So you'll find that if that is your profession and you stay there for more than 4 hours without loud noise, the probability that you'll have gradual hearing loss over time is very high. And how do you actually know the symptoms? Am I going to have gradual hearing loss? One of the things that you're going to experience is something we call tinnitus. Tinnitus or tinnitus is a noise that is generated in your brain, and then you hear it in your ear or in your head. And it's going to be just a ringing that you hear in your ear, especially once you come out from the noisy place or even at night. Then you'll be like, oh yes, probably I'm exposing my ears to a lot of noise. Why? Because the ear sometimes will complain. For people who maybe wear earphones a lot or headsets, what they're going to have is earache, where you feel just your ear is aching and painful. And when we look inside, we don't find anything.